What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Recap over yesterday's picks. So yesterday, not a good day at all. You guys already know that. I don't have to explain anything. We went 0-2, 0-3 if you count Sabonis. I honestly find it hard to count Sabonis because of the injury. Dude only played 12 minutes. He played 2 minutes in the first quarter, got cut over his eye, then he got pulled out for his ankle. Like, there was no chance for Sabonis to cash. The other two obviously chalked us out yesterday too. NOVIG had 1 RA at halftime, didn't do anything. He had to think 1 PRA at halftime, which is awful. Joker was a DMP, and then we had Jaren Jackson Jr., who started out pretty good and just didn't finish strong, man. So yesterday was just one of those days. It is what it is. Bounce back day today. Hopefully we have us a good day. We do have a small slate. I don't dislike the slate. I'm gonna be honest. There's some injury news like Mobley. I want to know if Mobley plays or not. There's some picks you could play other than Mobley if he's out. But overall, man, the games I don't dislike, and we'll go over those here in just a second. Before we do anything, I do want to pick the winner of yesterday's video to get a free month of VIP. So if this video gets 250 likes, I will pick a random comment down below to win a free month of VIP. So make sure you guys drop a comment, leave a like on the video. You got to be subscribed to win, and we'll pick our winner in just a moment. I do want to say I have some big news today going on. Today we will be doing the first episode of Pick Wars. So a lot of people are going to be asking, what the heck is Pick Wars? So I'm going to show you guys what I got going on right here. This is Pick Wars. It's a new series I'm going to be doing, and the way it's going to work is I'm going to pick 8 people. I'm going to have a free version, and I'm going to have a VIP version. And I'm going to pick 8 people. I'm going to put you guys in randomly generated tournament bracket. You each start with $20. What you can do is you can use that $20 to bet in any way that you want. You can do 6 legs, you can do straight bets, you can do 2-leg parlays, however you want to do it. You have to use, or you can use any amount of money that you want. If you only want to play $5, play $5, but you do have to have $20 starting hand. You can play 4 $5 slips, 1 $20 slip. You can bet it any way you want on any app you want. You just have to send me screenshots of the plays. And then live on stream, we will go over all this. So I'll give each of you 30 minutes to set up your plays or whatever. You send them to me. I'll put those plays by your name so everybody can see what you locked in, so the viewers can actually tell some of the plays, because these people are going to be doing the best research they can. So if you want to tell the plays, you can tell them there. Winner of that is going to get 1 month of VIP, a certain Discord role, which I haven't figured out what I want to name the Discord role yet. You have a Discord role, then you're going to get access to post in one of our Discord channels. It's just going to be you in there, and you also get a cash prize. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to give cash yet, but you will win some money as well. So the channel access and the Discord role access, as you can see, only lasts until the next winner is chosen. So let's say we do these weekly. If we do it every single week, you're only going to have access to post and have that Discord role for that week unless you win again. And winner always stays up. So if you win the first one, you automatically get a ticket to the next one if you want to be a part of it. And it will be a 3-day event. We'll have round 1 on tonight's slate, which I'll be streaming today at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So in just a few hours, if you guys want to watch, come check it out. We'd love to have you guys, love to have the community come support it. And then tomorrow will be day 2, and then the finals will be on Friday. So if you guys want to try that out, or on Thursday. The finals will be on Thursday. It's Tuesday today. I got my days messed up. But anyways, guys, let's pick our winner. I just wanted to tell you guys about that. So go follow us on Kick. I'm going to stream on Kick and on YouTube. So he says, Todd Greenlee, how do you discount? Why do you do discounted lines? I use books, not Prizepicks. I can't play discounted lines. All right, that's why I try to do 2 and 2. I try to do 2 regular lines and the 2 discounted lines because I like playing double ups personally. That's the way I stay profitable. Obviously, you can do 3Xs, whatever. I try to give props that I like the original line as well. But I personally enjoy taking the value you get from a discounted line. These odds makers are going to set it as close as they can to coin flip. So if LeBron at 28.5 points is a coin flip play, 50-50, as close to 50-50 as they can get, why would I not want to buy it down and have a higher chance of hitting? So, like, if LeBron is cashed 20.5 points, this is random numbers, by the way. If he's cashed at 60% of games on the season, but you buy it down 2 points and he's cashed at 90% of games on the season, your odds of hitting are going to be way higher than they would be if you didn't buy it down. So, I personally like to take a little bit of a pay cut and have a higher chance of winning rather than just do coin flip plays all the time and just trying to beat the books in that area. So that's just me personally. That's the way I do it. I'm sorry that you can't play some of them if you have sports books. I know some of those books don't allow a lot of discounted plays or outlines or whatever. But Todd Greenlee, you want a free month of VIP anyway, man. Send me a message on Discord. I'll get you added. So, appreciate the love and support from everybody. Some of our wins from yesterday, we had this Quentin Grimes Cunningham play, double up. Had this Vassell, and I'm not even going to try to say his name. Another little double up on sleeper. We had this Paul Skeens and Bassett no runs first inning parlay over on Underdog. So this is the start of baseball, guys. I'm telling you, you want to be in the VIP for baseball. Baseball is one of our top sports. We killed it pretty much every single year. Last year was one of our worst years in baseball ever, and it was still a very profitable season. So just saying, guys, 75 to win, 196 yesterday on that one. Doncic and Michael Porter Jr. This is a little free square they had over on Underdog, so $10 is the max I could play on that. Won us $30, and then we had Sohan and Jaden McDaniels over on Prizepicks for another double up. So if you guys do want to get all of our plays, head on over to our Patreon or our WAP. Link for both of those are down in the description. Love to have you guys a part of the community. Discord is free to join if you want to join it. You can get a free month signing up for any partnered apps. Chalkboard, Sleeper, Underdog, Parlay Play, Better, NOVIG, and Dabble. Any of those 7 apps get you a free month. They do stack. Just use our code, make the minimum deposit, and you guys get a free month for each one. Just let me know if you sign up for any of those. But anyways, guys, enough rambling. I know I spent a lot of time talking about pick wars, but let's go ahead and jump into these picks for today. So the first pick of the day that I have is going to be on the Atlanta side of things. So looking at our 4 games, we got Hawks versus Hornets, Nets, Celtics, Bucks, Warriors, Cavs, Clippers. Not really bad matchups in my opinion. So I'm going to lock in the first play. Dyson Daniels. I played him the other day. He ended up chalking us, I'm not going to lie. But taking Dyson Daniels over 10.5 rebounds and assists. So I like this play, man. He's only cashed at 4 of his last 10 games. He's cashed at 55% of his last 20, and then he's cashed at 41% on the season. So the hit rate hasn't been that good. Injury news, looking at the Hawks, Capella's out. Jalen Johnson's obviously out for the season. Trae Young is game time decision. I almost said decision. But game time decision. Lots of players are out right now. Hornet side of things, LaMelo's game time decision. Miles Bridges is out, which is rough for him. And which I think that is for today. Yeah, it's for today. Brandon Miller's obviously out. Grant Williams is out. So lots of injuries on this game right now. Me personally, you got plus 100 odds on Bet365. So you can go for plus money on Bet365 if you want to take this on a sports book. So here you go, Todd Greenlee. You can play this if you want. If you don't want to risk it, you don't have to. But I like Dyson Daniels over 10.5 RA. Regardless of his hit rate, head-to-head, he has been under. He's only played against Charlotte twice this season, or actually 3 games this season. He has 8, 8, and 5. So looking at that, he's only played 23 minutes on average versus the Hornets. If you look at his last couple of games, he had 30 points, 31 minutes, and then 34 minutes. If you look at his last 10 games, he's averaging 34 minutes. So playing way more right now than he was playing over here the first few games of the season. And he had 34 minutes his last game, which was back on the 12th. So this was pretty recent where he did have that. But I think he's cashing it tonight, man. This is more of a gut feeling. If you don't want to play it, you don't have to. They're playing against the Hornets, man. The Hornets give up a ton of stats. 22nd in rebounds, 15th in assists. Point guard is 28th and 12th. Shooting guard is 11th and 7th. So not as many to the shooting guard position. To the point guard, they give up tons of stats. To the forward position, they give up a lot. To the center position, they give up a lot. Overall, they give up a lot. If any of these other players sit and somehow Trae Young is ruled out, obviously that would add a lot for a man Dyson Daniels. I don't know if Trae Young is going to sit. He's probably going to play, in my opinion, but I do think our man Dyson Daniels is going to get this for us tonight, and I like this play a lot. So I'm taking Dyson Daniels over 10.5 rebounds and assists as our first pick of the day. And you can get this over on Prizepicks. And 1 second, I got a text message. I need to make sure this is not anything important. It ain't going to take me but just a memento. Okay, so nothing important. But anyway, Dyson Daniels, 10.5 rebounds and assists. You can get it on Prizepicks. If you want to buy this down, I think you can get it at 9.5 over on Parlay Play. Let me see. So I actually straight up lied to you. No, you can't. You can get him at 1.8x, so a higher payout on Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces for Parlay Play, by the way. One of my favorite apps. Honestly, it probably is my favorite app right now to bet on. But it is down in the description if you guys want to sign up for that. Get a free month for it. But Dyson Daniels pick number 1. That's all the explanation I really have for Dyson Daniels. Mainly a gut feeling on this versus the Hornets with a lot of the players out. I think Dyson's going to get at least 11. So that's just my opinion on it. That is going to be our first pick of the day. Jumping into our first discounted line of the day. It's going to be over on the Hornet side of things. So we're going to take our man Mark Williams. So we just saw Miles Bridges is out. With Bridges out, that leaves a couple of players to step it up. That leaves our man Mark Williams, and that leaves our man LaMelo. LaMelo is game time decision as well. Now, I locked in Mark Williams 24.5 PRA, and I'm going to show you the slip I locked in, give you guys a free slip if you want to tell it. So I played this. Mark Williams, 24.5, and Dyson Daniels, 10.5. $75 to win 150. So straight up double up right on the dot. If you want to take Mark Williams higher, I like Mark Williams tonight. So I'm going to pull him up. We're going to look at his PRA. So you can get him at 29.5 for 1.5x or 31.5 for 1.8x. So I like the 29.5 as well. I think he's going to get 30 tonight. If you look at his last 10, he's casted 24.5, 7 of his last 10, 59%. We'll just do last 20 because some of these obviously are skewed because of minutes. But we'll go to last 20 games. 14 of his last 20 he's cashed, averaging 32 PRA per game, 70% hit rate. Head-to-head he's cashed at both games versus Atlanta. He only has one this season back on the 12th. He had 30 PRA. So if you want to take him at 29.5, I like it here as well. Over his last 20, he's cashed at 50%. Now, there's no Miles Bridges. Remember that? That's a massive increase of usage for Mark Williams. He's definitely going to get more shot attempts off tonight. I can see him having a good game. Mark Williams does take games off. You can see there's a few games in here he doesn't have nearly as many stats, and he still played close to 30 minutes. So, yes, he does take games off. In his last 10 games, he's averaging 27 minutes. He has some games he played 25 minutes. He has some games he played over 30. Tonight should be one of those games he plays over 30, in my opinion. I think he does. If you look at Atlanta, we know Atlanta gives up more stats than almost any other team in the league. 27th in points, bottom 3 defense in terms of points allowed, middle of the pack in rebounds, and then 26th in assists. So bottom 5 defense and assists. Go to center position, it's still bottom 10 in points and middle of the pack in rebounds and assists. Mark Williams shouldn't have any trouble tonight getting RA. He shouldn't have any trouble scoring, I don't think. I will pull this play up over on Props Madness. We're going to take a look at where they allow their points from and see if it's a good matchup for Mark Williams. So perfect matchup. You can see Mark Williams shoots 79% of his shots under the goal, under the rim. 80% of his buckets will be made from there, and they are playing against a bottom 5 defense under the rim. So this is a perfect matchup for Mark Williams. You don't even really have to look at the rest of it because 80% of his shots are there. The other 20% is in the paint where he has a yellow matchup. Everything else is yellow. Regardless, Mark Williams shouldn't have any trouble tonight. I like this play a lot, and that's why I took him at 24.5. That's what I have as the free pick. But if you want to take him at 29.5, I'll probably sprinkle some on that too because I do think he gets 30 tonight as well. So that is going to be pick number 2 of the day. 54% hit rate and then 40% by position, which isn't good. But like I said, I personally think Mark Williams is going to have a good game. So that is our second pick of the day. Jumping into pick number 3 of the day. Jumping over to the Brooklyn side of things. A player I've been playing a lot. Dude has been hot as of lately. I am taking our man Cam Johnson. Taking Cameron Johnson over 25.5 PRA. Dude has been a menace as of lately. Injury news is the first thing we're going to go over. Cam Thomas out for the season is the biggest thing. Cam Thomas is no longer here. Williams is game time decision. Melton's out for season. Clowney's game time decision. Looking at the Celtics side of things, Jaylen Brown is out. Tatum's game time decision. So lots of injuries, or quite a few injuries. Not going to say a lot, but quite a few injuries on this one. They're playing in Boston, so this is probably going to be an ugly game. I don't think the Nets are gonna beat Boston. Now they did keep it really close the other day. So back on the 15th, they lost by 2 points. So close game. They were at home that game. They're not at home tonight, but they've proven they can play with Boston. So hopefully they have another good game. If you look at Cam Johnson, he had 39 PRA his last 2 games. He's cashed this in 6 of his last 10. Cashed it only 45% of his last 20. But like I said, Cam Thomas is a big reason. Cashed it 50% on the season. Head-to-head versus Boston. We're going to look at this season. So he's cashed it 2 of 3 games this season. 11 back on the 8th of November, 13th of November, and then a few days ago. So 30, 16, and 39 in those 3 games. He's been playing well. I think he's going to have another good game tonight. That's the only way they keep this game close. 26 right now is low in my opinion for Cam Johnson. Look at his minutes. He's averaging 36 minutes over his last 3 games. Should play close to 36 minutes tonight as long as the game stays semi-close. Looking at field goal attempts, he shot 16, 19, and 12 shots in his last 3. He shot 19 shots his last game versus Brooklyn, and he's shooting 45% on the season. So I think he's going to have a decent game. Looking at Boston, they don't give up many stats. 3rd, 14th, and 3rd in points, rebounds, and assists. Go to power forward, it does go way up. 15th, 25th, and the 17th. So they don't play good defense versus the forward position, or a power forward position anyway. They do play good defense versus center and versus small forward, but overall Cam Johnson should be able to come out here. He should have a decent game, and 26 should be enough for him to hit, considering he's getting almost 40 a game right now in his last 2 games, cashing this line at almost points alone. So love to play for Cam Johnson. I'm gonna pull it up over here on Props Madness. Take a look at it. Cam Johnson, you can see he has he shoots 27% of his shots under the rim, which is an orange matchup, 9% in the paint, which is yellow, 8% in the mid-range, which is yellow, and then he shoots what is that? 56% of his shots from behind the arc, which is yellow. So yellow matchup everywhere. 50% of the shot, or by props madness of cash, and then by position 73% of power forwards of cash versus Boston. Now you can see Claxton is back, so I don't think Claxton's played the last few games. I honestly not 100% on that. Let me pull Claxton up because I can't remember if he played the last game or not. So yeah, Claxton did play his last game versus Atlanta. He didn't play versus Boston. That was the game he missed. So I wasn't sure if he missed the last game as well. So Claxton is playing this game. He didn't play the last game versus Boston, but that's better for them keeping it close, in my opinion. Hopefully, this game does not end up as a blowout. But Cam Johnson is going to be pick number 3 of the day. I think he cashes this. Hopefully, we can have us a good day today on the free picks because we do need it. But 1.8x payout over on Parlay play, Cam Johnson. And then on Prizepicks, you should be able to get the same prop. That's Keon Johnson. I was about to say. So it is 26.5 on Prizepicks, which leads me to believe this play could get bumped. So I would lock this in while you can. If you plan on playing it for 25.5, get it on the other apps before everything's bumped, because Parlay play could be right behind them. But 25.5 is what I got locked in. That's what I got as a free pick for our second regular line. Jumping into our second discount of the day, it's going to be for our man Evan Mobley. And I will tell you right now, Evan Mobley, I want to play his original line so bad. 29.5. So I'm going to pull this up on Parlay play. Make sure the payout's still good on 29.5. So 1.75x. So he's still got a regular payout on 29.5 right now, which is why I like this line. He's cashed it 8 of his last 10, and he's cashed it 80% of his last 20, which is 16 of 20. Now Mobley missed his last game due to like a foot bruise. He is game time decision tonight, and the only reason I don't like his original line, or I'm scared to take it, is because I don't know if he plays. I don't know if he's going to be limited. Now they're playing in LA. This should be I think it's going to be a pretty competitive game. If Mobley sits, it should be really competitive. Norman Powell's obviously back, but Mobley, I want to take his 29.5. So if you want to risk it, I might risk it on a slip and just play like a 1 unit on it. I won't play anything over that, obviously. But Mobley's been killing it. Head to head, he's cashed it his only, or that's not from this season, but he's cashed it one of his last 2 versus the Clippers. He's averaging 24.5. I'm buying it down to 24.5 as the free pick just to play it a little safer in case his minutes are limited. So you can get him at 24.5 as his goblin. I think even limited, he cashes that line. And look at him. He's averaging 33 PRA in his last 20 games. Cashed 90% to 24.5. He shouldn't have any problems in getting 25 PRA. I don't see him playing like, looking at his minutes. So let's look at his minutes for his last 10 games, averaging 31 minutes. If the game stays competitive, he'll play about 34 minutes. I don't see him getting anything less than probably 28 minutes if he is limited. That's my assumption. I don't know. I'm hoping he's not limited at all, but there's no telling. Sometimes you get screwed on stuff like this. But I do like Mobley, 24.5. I'll probably sprinkle some on 29.5 if you want to take it for the free picks. 24.5 is what I'm going to lock in. Looking at the Clippers, they don't give up many stats at all. 4th, and 8th. Go to center position, it's 9th, 10th, and 16th. And then the power forward is 1st, 2nd, and 19th. So they're not going to give up many stats to the power forward or the center position. If we pull this play up, you can pull a Mobley up real quick. You can look at the shot charts. It is not a good matchup in terms of where Clippers allow stats. So 62% of his shots are under the rim, red matchup, and then the rest is yellow. 15% in the paint, 2% mid range, and then he shoots 21% from behind the arc. So overall, Mobley's matchup isn't perfect. Now, I mean, Mobley's just been really hot as of lately. So for me, that's one reason I like to play him. Mobley's cashed me out so many times. 24.5, I'm not really scared to take. 29.5, he's cashed me out so many times as well. So for me, Mobley's just been a cash cow as of lately. He's kind of like the way Vucevic was at the beginning of the season. Now Vucevic has cooled off. I'm hoping Mobley doesn't cool off for me, but I would be careful if he plays the original line because he could be limited. And don't say I didn't warn you on that if something does happen. Now I hope he's not, but that is going to be what I take. The 24.5. So those are our 4 plays for today. We got Dyson Daniels over 10.5 rebounds and assists. We got Mark Williams over 29 or 24.5 PRA. I don't know why I have that at 29.5. So 24.5 PRA for Mark Williams, 25.5 for Cam Johnson, and then we have 24.5 for Mobley as well. So 2 discounts are Mark Williams and Mobley. 2 regular lines are Dyson Daniels and Cam Johnson. If you like them, play them. If you don't, just fade them, guys. We did have a rough day yesterday. I'm hoping today is not another rough day in the free picks, but I do like these plays. So anyways, guys, one last shout out before I end this video. I want to give a huge shout out to Predictive Profits. So this is another app I've been using, kind of like OUTLIER. So you can do the same thing you do on OUTLIER. You can pull up stats. You can look at all the charts, look at minutes played, field goal attempts. You can do whatever you want to do on here. You can adjust the minutes, whatever. It does the same thing as OUTLIER. Now the one thing they have that OUTLIER doesn't is you can set this to goblins, and then you can adjust this by hit rate. So you can order these props in order from the highest hit rate to the lowest. Do that in the goblins, and you can get some really, really easy props to cash. And now it is Taco Tuesday, so if you like doing double ups on the tacos like I do, you can use this really easily just to find goblins. So if you guys want to try it out, there is a 50% off your first month if you use code ACES. Links down in the description. Give Predictive Profits a try. One of my really good friends owns this or has developed this app or platform, and his name's TTL. So if you guys want to check him out, links down in the description. Anyways, just want to give a huge shout out to that before I end this video. Once again, guys, I am streaming at 11 a.m. Eastern time today. Would love to have you guys come watch. Would love to have some of the community in there. And depending on how well it does, depends on if we continue doing this Pick Wars thing. Pick Wars is going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. And yeah, guys, link for that's down in the description as well. But I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.